Welcome and thank you for joining me for this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most compelling and jaw-dropping camera footage we can find. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. From wild animals on trail cameras, cryptids, paranormal activity, mysterious creatures lurking in the shadows, to strange phenomena that defy explanation, we have it all. Our team of experts scours the internet and beyond to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of wildlife and the unknown. So whether you're a seasoned cryptozoologist, a veteran hunter, or just a curious viewer, buckle up and get ready for an adventure like no other. Now, let's get into the captures. Now, we've all seen rams literally ramming and headbutting each other all over the internet. It's pretty incredible to watch. During headbutting, rams will run at each other and collide head-on, pushing and shoving with their horns and bodies. The force of the impact can be quite powerful and is used to establish dominance and determine which male is stronger and more fit to mate with the females. Headbutting can also be used to defend territory and resources, such as food and water. Now, I wish I knew where this video was taken, where these two animals would meet in the wild. Anyhow, look at the big buck, surrounded by these does seemingly minding his own business, when this ram takes off and headbutts him. The buck reacts and, well, it quickly takes a turn the ram most likely didn't foresee. Mr. Buck decides to escort him out of his general vicinity, so to speak. Rather quickly and uncomfortably, I might add. We didn't need to see much to realize who had the upper hand in this encounter. And if you watch to the end, in the background you can notice some feed stations, which makes me think this was most likely about food. A British Columbia community off northern Vancouver is wondering if the strange noises they're hearing are from a Sasquatch. Residents of the island say they've been hearing strange screams and howls from the forest, mostly at night. And almost all of the community is convinced there's something out there. Here are the noises that have been captured.
It's an eerie recording captured on a cell phone of something that's making strange howling noises heard throughout Alert Bay.
We heard it once, and I didn't get the recording. And then second time I got the recording, and that's when I was on the back porch. Very eerie.
This audio was recently recorded on the backside of Cormorant Island. One particular resident has heard it at least 3 times, once during the day and the other 2 at night. Some disbelievers have said that it's just a dog, but almost everyone attests that it's impossible for a dog to make this type of noise. And while in most places it would be easy to shrug this off as wildlife noises or peculiar mating sounds, keep in mind that Cormorant Island has no wildlife. No mountain lions, no bears, not even deer. And even if you choose to shoo away the sounds, there have also been multiple sightings of this Sasquatch. A lady whose father still lives on the island came back to pay respects to a loved one. And as she approached the cemetery, she saw the creature. She was so spooked that she didn't stay. Not only that, she left the island altogether. A more recent sighting happened when a group of teens were playing soccer. They saw a large creature moving against a building in what took only a few strides. The original uploader of this video goes into greater detail, so you should check that out. But before that, let me know what you guys think. I don't know what to think. I'm not really sure how to process the strange noises, seeing as the island doesn't have any wildlife. If it's not a Sasquatch, and it's not a mountain lion, to get those noises, would it have to be a hoax? Someone playing something over a loudspeaker? I just don't know. But I will say this. Many on that island seemed convinced they're up against a Bigfoot. In this clip, a guy was just walking by in a park when he captured this incredible scene. Admittedly, I couldn't tell what was going on when the video started. I could see a duck with his head underwater, most likely hunting, but that's all I could tell. After not coming up for what felt like a few minutes, the man filming splashed some water on the duck, and then he noticed a huge toad had clamped down onto the duck's beak and entire face. The duck was about to drown. The man reached down and pulled them ashore and plucked the overzealous toad off the duck's face. Wow, that is just crazy. He practically had his whole head in his mouth. We see as the duck casually swims away, and the man lets the frog go. I'd be interested if anyone has any insight into this. I'm sure there are frogs big enough to take down a bird. However, in this video, it's almost like the frog got the duck and didn't know what to do with him. Like, uh-oh, I'm just going to hold on for dear life. Anyhow, I'm glad the Good Samaritan could help the duck out. An incredible mountain lion hunt caught on camera here. Taking place in Chile's Torres del Paine National Park, some type of goose or bird is caught by this agile lion. Look at that jump. So athletic. The lion made that look much easier than it should have been, and she's able to carry it off for a small meal. Of course, these apex predators are looking for a little more meat, but when they see an easy mark or times get tough, they'll take anything. Staying with the mountain lion theme, here's a cool clip taken from a hunter in a tree stand. The hunter has placed a buck decoy in this grassy area, trying to lure some game in. Well, it worked, except this isn't what he was looking for. Watch as the lion sneaks up behind the decoy. He has to be thinking, this is the easiest meal I'm ever going to have. Just a great thing to catch on camera. In this next similar scene, a trail camera captures the moment a lion has come face to face with a decoy. He's had enough of this and goes on the attack. If you look closely, you can see one of the antlers of the decoy is missing. I'm beginning to wonder if these two have met before. This interaction looks like there might be some unfinished business between these two. Anyhow, great camera footage. The concept of the video doorbell was initially introduced in 2013. Since its mass production, users like Redditor Love Crystals from Dallas, Texas, have been capturing unusual sightings on their doorbell footage. These cameras have been able to capture more than just human intruders. In this particular footage, the camera was positioned on top of the user's garage. The video shows a driveway and a parked car outside the user's house at night. Although it is not uncommon for these cameras to record mysterious videos of people passing by or animals, this footage captured something very peculiar. The driveway near the parked car shows two small bipedal creatures wandering around for several seconds. When they approach the car, we can see that they are around the same height as the tires, which is most likely between 15 to 22 inches. The creatures have an unusual shape with extremely small legs that cause them to waddle as they explore the driveway. Due to being entirely in the shadows, it is impossible to distinguish any specific features. Viewers on Reddit have speculated that the creatures could be something as simple as large birds or even owls. However, some are uncertain about this suggestion. It is uncommon to witness such large birds walking on the ground for such a long time. Others believe that the creatures could be a type of cryptid, perhaps resembling a gnome or garden gnome that has come to life. Without additional footage or sightings, it is pretty challenging to determine what these unusual creatures might be. Let's hope that this Redditor security camera will capture more mysterious videos of these guys in the future. What do you all think these creatures could be? I'm at a loss. Although the one commenter that said they were owls, I could see that, I think. Anyhow, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm interested to hear. This encounter, taken in Alaska, is insane. A dog sledder and her team, along with a cameraman, are out shooting some footage in the wilderness. All of a sudden, the dogs come to a stop, only to be faced by a big moose. None of the dogs sustained any injuries, but I'm just going to let the video play with volume so you can hear the chaos.
I want the sled to go.
A home security camera caught the moment a hawk tried to dive bomb an unsuspecting hen in a backyard. As you can see, the hawk swoops in and corrals the hen. However, there's a brave rooster that is saying, "Not on my watch, pal." Okay, so to better distinguish who is who through all the feathers flying, the hen is the white one and her knight in shining armor is the black rooster. After the initial skirmish, the hawk rests on top of the fence line to rethink his attack. The hawk drops in for round 2 when he thinks Mr. Rooster has left the area. However, Rooster hears the commotion and runs to protect the hen again. This time he pins the hawk up against the coop. I'm thinking the hawk learned his lesson. However, this is a pretty common tactic amongst these birds of prey, trying to pick off vulnerable, confined birds or animals. A few videos back, we saw a similar attack with a similar result. That time, the hawk tried to escape and got pinned down inside the hen house. A home security camera captured this footage of a few deer enjoying a late night drink. You can see the deer just doing what deer do. After a few seconds of video, you can see the deer in the forefront perk her head up. She senses, and most likely smells, something is coming their way. As she takes off, that's the signal for her friend to follow suit. And before we can even see what they are escaping from, they're gone. Now, as the camera zooms in, what I think is most impressive is that I cut out about 45 seconds of this video. So very early on, the deer sensed that this predator was nearby. He hadn't even come into camera view. And look at this. Here comes this big guy lumbering out of the small wooded area in the background. Mr. Bear is about a minute too late. Another thing to note is you can see the lights of the houses in the background. Kinda scary that he's just making his rounds through the neighborhood. Here's another piece of the video of him coming around the house. He's a big old boy. He eventually leaves not too far away from the way he came. Man, this is pretty scary footage, but it's helpful to know what you have creeping around your house, day or night. Amazing footage here from a couple just trying to steal away a few minutes of relaxation on their back deck. Out of nowhere, they see a bald eagle swimming directly for their backyard. They thought at first he might be hurt, but when he got to shore, you can see what he has, I think, is a big carp in tow. That guy is massive in size compared to the eagle. The couple that filmed the encounter said the eagle gorged himself on the fish for hours, stashed it in an overhanging bush, and came back the next day to finish it off. Just a great camera capture. Now this is a feel-good story here. Video here of a man playing with his dogs while camping. 3 dogs just roughhousing out in the water fetching a stick. You can see one of the labs gets the first stick his owner threw. Then the man launches another one to the right. The camera focuses in on the dog swimming in with the stick. And almost immediately, to me, it looks like he's struggling to keep his head above water. But then when he gets closer, you can notice he's abandoned the stick, and he's just trying to make it to shore. But suddenly he goes under, and his owner sprints out into the water and pulls him up. The man is fully clothed and struggles to grasp the pup. A friend comes to help out and they get the dog on land. And thank God the pup makes a full recovery and is just fine to this day. Man, I don't know about you guys, but my dog is family to me, so I don't blame the man for jumping in for the rescue. Fully clothed, phone in pocket, whatever it takes. I sensed something was wrong when the dog ditched the stick. Anyhow, great job paying attention to your surroundings by the owner. Just a rather strange video here, as we see this cat is holding a small bunny prisoner. Eventually the cat leaps up to an overhanging porch with the bunny gently in its mouth. As the cat takes his eye off his playmate, the bunny sees his chance and slips through the bars and flies down to the ground. He takes off across the green grass as the cat finally notices and takes pursuit. And just when it looks like the bunny might get away, you've got to be kidding me. A hawk swoops by and snatches up the very, very unlucky bunny. Man, what a crazy turn of events, and it's very easy to see why having a bird's eye view lends such an advantage.